Appreciate y'all coming tonight. My name is Vincent Thompson. I'm the chairman of the Hardin County Conservation District. We got several introductions tonight. First thing I want to start off with is that we're very proud of this. This number continues to grow, which is all thanks to Miss Marcia. I'm sure many of y'all know who Miss Marcia is. We have 42 art students and we have 12 writing students. I think that in itself deserves a round of applause. We're happy to host y'all tonight. Mom, Dad, I got y'all a seat up here across from Finley. Sorry, I used my microphone for unprofessional purposes. Mr. Eric Phillips, could I ask you to do the invocation for us tonight so we get these fine people fed? Thank you, sir.
No problem. All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time to come together again and to fellowship and to enjoy each other's company. Thank you for the food that you provided. Help it to nourish our bodies so we can continue to do your will. Ask that you be with each person here tonight. Bless them and their families. Thank you for our troops. Be with them overseas and here at home. Ask that you be with our federal, state, and local leaders. Help them to continue to support agriculture and the value that agriculture brings to our communities. And we just ask your blessings on this evening. Thank you for grace that is abundant through your Son, Jesus Christ. It's his name we pray. Amen.
Hope everybody's gotten a plate full, and we've got a few more coming through the line. There's some more back there if you need some seconds. Again, my name is Vincent Thompson. Welcome to the Hardin County Conservation District Annual Banquet. At this time, I would like to present Ms. Kimberly Bartley. She's the Environmental Science Field Rep for the Division of Conservation. She's going to give a presentation on really what Conservation District's role and purpose is in the state and in the nation. So, Kimberly.
Thank you, Vince. So if you are still eating, please continue to do so. I am Kimberly Bartley. I work with the Kentucky Division of Conservation, and I assist about 20 conservation districts across the state with their programs, basically whatever they need. Vince asked me earlier whatever I did, and I said whatever you need me to do. So, first of all, I want to start out by thanking Marcia and the board members for this good meal that we have. Let's give them a hand. Can you hear me?
No, it's for him.
Oh, sorry. Gotcha. Thank you. All mic'd up now. All right. So welcome to the Art and Writing Awards Banquet. For those of you that are not familiar with who we are and what the Conservation District does, in order to tell you where we came from, we have to go way back to the 1930s. Following the worst natural disaster to ever strike our nation, the Dust Bowl. This was a time in America when most families farmed and produced all the food that they ate. Farmers had many years of success and good crops, and wheat prices were really high. And they had tilled all of their land under to produce all those bountiful crops. It was the perfect mixture for a disaster, and it occurred for over 8 years. They had very little rain. It was really hot. The wind blew, and it was a major disaster. With years of drought and nothing to hold the soil down, the wind simply picked it up and blew it away. It blew it thousands of miles away. It continued for almost 10 years. So during that time, nearly 100 million acres of agricultural land lost its topsoil. With no topsoil, it's nearly impossible to grow anything. So families would get up each morning, they would sweep out their homes, they would seal their windows off, and they faced horrible hardships. With little food to eat and nothing to grow, they had to pack up and move away in search of jobs and food. These were some very hard lessons. And after the Dust Bowl, President Roosevelt knew that something had to be done. And with the help of soil scientist Hugh Hammond Bennett, They created the soil conservation districts in every county and every state in the United States. They were there to teach farmers, landowners, and the general public about how to care for the land, the soil, the water, and the air. And 75 years later, conservation districts continue to assist the citizens of each county in Kentucky. We still have a lot of work to do because today soil erosion still occurs through the United States, from here in Hardin County to the dust storms that happen each year in Arizona. Mother Nature continues to remind us that we are at her mercy. So what do? Well, we save the soil. Who can guess how many years it takes to make an inch of soil? Any guesses?
100.
Oh, she's good. 100 years. It takes 100 years to form just an inch of topsoil. And why is that important to us? Well, that inch of soil is essential to grow anything, such as food. Think about it. Could you live without dirt? How would we grow our food? Or the plants that we use to make our clothing, or trees for houses? How would we build things, and what would our animals eat? The list could go on, but the truth is that soil is related to everything that we have. Think about how lucky we are that each morning we get up, we turn on the lights, we turn on the faucets and have clean water to drink. We go to the kitchen, open the cabinets or the fridge, and we have food to eat. Did you make a connection to all the farmers that produce that food, or the food that's fed to animals? It was all grown in the soil. We take it for granted. It's so easy to go to the grocery and buy what we need to eat. We don't think about where it comes from. Did you know that America has one of the safest food sources in the world? And guess what that threat is? Soil erosion. It can be a major threat to food security, and we are what we eat, and that's heavily influenced by the health of our soil. So who is protecting the land? Well, 2% of Americans, 2% are farmers. A farmer can produce enough food to feed about 150 people. They are providing food and fiber for our nation and the world. But what if they disappear? What would happen to our soil? So that's why it's up to me and you to learn, and with the help of people who teach and support our environment. This is why we're here tonight, to meet some of the fine folks who volunteer their time and make up the Conservation Board. This would also not be possible without the support of those who put all of the hard work on the ground, from the Secretary, Marcia Butterworth, to all of the district technicians, engineers, and helpers in the office, along with the Natural Resource Conservation Service employees. This staff services local landowners with technical assistance and solves natural resource issues. Together, they educate and assist landowners and the general public on how to improve the land and water quality. They prevent soil erosion and prevent pollution, ensuring safe food production. Through both local, state, and federal cost share programs, the Conservation District and the Natural Resource Conservation Service were able to bring in almost $1 million to the people in Hardin County. This enables the landowners in the county to put conservation on the ground and improve our water quality and prevent erosion. It also improves soil quality. This is vitally important to us all because we have to eat and drink and breathe. The district, along with the Hardin County Fiscal Court, worked together to help sponsor the Deceased Animal Disposal Program. This program is a huge success and ensures that animals are properly disposed of and they do not end up in our waterways. The district works with many landowners throughout the year that participate in programs and work to improve their operations and land. They do their part to protect the environment, and they always recognize a few that have gone above and beyond as master conservationists. We also recognize a landowner that has done a really good job of ensuring that wildlife will thrive on their property. Each year, the Embry-Lay Wildlife Award is given to someone that is truly devoted to wildlife conservation. Trees are essential to the survival of us all and future generations, so each year we give away 2,000 to 3,000 trees, the seedlings that are free to the public, in hopes that they're going to be planted and thrive for the future. The Conservation District feels that the most beneficial thing that they can do is educate both the young and the old, and providing education is why most of the district activities include schools. The Conservation Art and Writing Contest has been around since the 1940s, and they feel that this is a valuable service to the community. Part of the goal is to start a recycling project in each school that currently does not have one, so each year they donate containers to make that job easier. And students are our future. We feel that it's very important to recognize those students that excel and encourage them to pursue a future in natural resources. Just as you see tonight, we are going to award several students with scholarship money. It's really important for all of us to teach the youth in our communities about the importance of clean water and air and the preservation of our soil. And without those fundamental things, we are not possible. We really appreciate the teachers that allow us to come into the classrooms and bring new things for the students to discover. Safety is always a priority for our kids, and even more so for those students that are not on farms every day. And that is why we partner with other organizations to put on the County Farm Safety Day. Teachers are a vital part of our youth, and they have a thankless job. So each year we always recognize a teacher that does an excellent job in the classroom. And we definitely appreciate your hard work and appreciate the opportunity to work in your classrooms. We're thankful to have a high school land judging team and envirothon teams in our county. They learn about the natural resources and compete both on the state and county levels. And we've worked with both teams that have been very successful in the past. The district's really involved with the 4-H and FFA in Hardin County, and we participate and sponsor many things like the livestock investment sale. In closing, I'm going to encourage all of you to teach a young person about the resources that we have all around us. Without those things, we can't remain here on earth. All of you are here for that reason. I want to ask all of the award winners at this time to please stand up. Go ahead and stand up. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you. And what about the teachers that are here? We want to ask you to stand up too, please. Teachers. They need a big hand. Without you all, this would not be possible, so we want to say a great big thank you to you. We're all doing our part. We want to keep this county a great place to live. And I want to thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you, Kimberly. Hopefully you learned a little bit this evening about the importance of our districts throughout the state and the nation. At this time, I would like to welcome Nolan Animal Wildlife, correct? Nolan River Wildlife, I apologize.
Hello, thank you so much for having us here tonight. We're super excited to share some of our animals with you and what Nolan River Wildlife is all about. My name is Lori Hallett, and I'm one of the volunteers at Nolan River Wildlife. This is Erica Comley, she's another volunteer. Leanna Mraz is back there, and Tia Watson went MIA. Oh, there she is. And the young lady that runs Nolan River Wildlife is Mary Key. I'm going to just briefly tell you what Mary Key experienced and how she decided to open Nolan River Wildlife. She and her husband were on vacation about 10 years ago or a little over. They got home from vacation and found a dead mama possum in their driveway. They realized as they drove past that there was movement on the on the mama possum, and it was her 9 babies. So Mary and her husband took the babies, raised them, and she got inspired. She always loved animals as a child and felt like this was her calling to help save animals. Sorry, technical difficulties, I guess. So that inspired her to open Nolan River Wildlife, where she has now, over 10 years, has been servicing animals, helping them with rehabbing. And the whole purpose of Nolan River Wildlife is to put the animals back into their habitat. We do have some ambassador animals that are non-releasable. You'll actually get to meet a few of those tonight. I will have to say, though, you can't pet them. You can look, but you can't touch. We just want everybody to stay safe, and they are wild animals. Even though they're ambassadors and they're very calm for the most part, we would not want anybody to accidentally get bit trying to pet one.
I'm trying to get it to go to the next slide. This'll work. Okay.
Short video. I can go to present.
It's not working. You can access the right here. Yeah.
Okay, let's just do that. Okay, what is our mission at Nolan River Wildlife? Well, it is to help animals heal and grow and be able to be replaced back into the wild. Most animals that come to Nolan River Wildlife are orphaned or they're injured. It might be a squirrel that fell out of a tree. It could be something that's been ran over by a car. The one thing that I would like to say is if you see an injured animal, don't approach it because it could be in distress. You wouldn't want to get harmed, but you could call Nolan River Wildlife and one of us would come out and see if the animal would be able to be rehabbed or hopefully not euthanized.
We've got
So-
someone who can help us.
Fantastic. Our core values, every family, every life matters. Animals are treated with respect and compassion. The first time I went to volunteer, I fell in love with the place, and that was over 2 years ago. We are part of an ecosystem, so we all belong on this earth. We all serve a purpose on this earth. All animals serve a purpose on this earth, and it is our job to coexist with those animals. Goodness can come from anywhere. Not every animal can be saved. Unfortunately, some animals are too injured or they may be ill, and we wouldn't want to spread that illness. So some animals do have to be euthanized. Okay. We are now going to let you see one of our ambassador animals. His name is Professor Clump. He is a gray squirrel. So down here in this bottom left corner are gray squirrels. The top one is red squirrels. Over to the right is a fox squirrel and then a flying squirrel. We have all 4 of these squirrel species in Kentucky. Some facts about squirrels are they are the state mammal. 80% of their diet is nuts. They can consume over 10,000 nuts annually. They mainly like acorn and black walnut trees to live in. One of the interesting things is they will take their nuts, and the higher the quality of the nut, the further they will hide it from their nest, hoping that another little squirrel doesn't find it. They can hide it up to 400 feet away from their nest. They will also fake hiding nuts to throw another squirrel off. Rough winters. Kentucky can have a rough winter. We've seen it from time to time. They will start gathering their nuts in September, and they are diurnal. They will move mainly in the daytime. Okay, you see the one little squirrel here. A lot of our animals, when they come in as babies, they don't have their mamas to give them the nutrition that they need. So we have to use like goat's milk or Espalac. We've got a donation flyer at the sign-in table. Those are some items that we always are in need of. You want to go to the next one?
Yep.
Okay, we also, who honestly never likes possums? They think they're ugly and nasty and, yeah. I love possums. I used to think that, but now I have fallen in love with possums. Some of my best friends are possums. They actually control our pest problems. They eat thousands of bugs. Something you might not have known is a lot of people think that possums carry rabies. They actually are very unlikely to get rabies. They have a strong immunity system against rabies, and if they get bitten by a poisonous snake, it doesn't affect them. They're immune to snake venom. They don't carry Lyme disease, and they eat lots of insects, spiders, small rodents, and dead stuff. So they really are your friend. If you see them in your yard, be glad. They're probably taking care of some of your ticks. Oh, and we've got Miss Leanna's walking around with Waffles. Waffles was a baby possum that came to us, failure to thrive, kind of like a preemie that just needed some extra love and care and nutrition. Waffles is not releasable either because of that failure to thrive. Didn't have the same kind of experience growing up with its siblings. Yes, and Wilma is another ambassador. We were going to bring her tonight, but she didn't come. This is one-eyed Wilma. She's blind in one eye, so she would never be able to be released. But she loves grapes. That's one of her favorite foods.
She'll spit the skins out.
Oh, and she'll spit the skins out. She just wants the good, juicy stuff in the middle. Yeah. Rosemary is an blonde raccoon. So you can see also at Nolan River Wildlife, we encourage exercise. Not only do we give them a good diet, but we also encourage them to have some exercise. This is Rosemary. She's also an ambassador at Nolan River Wildlife, so she will not be released as well. And I'm sure everybody in the room knows about deer and see deer all over the place. We have a great population of deer in the area. One of the things is if you see a baby deer, a fawn in the spring that's just sitting there, it could sit there for hours or even a few days. Its mama will tell it to stay, and that's where it will stay until its mama comes back. So not always if you see one. I had a friend who had one in her landscape and thought for sure something was wrong with it. But a few days later, it was gone and the mama had come back. So sometimes if you will just leave it be for a few days, you'll find that it's not really hurt, it's not orphaned, and it's just staying put because it does what its mama told it to do. And this is some of our babies that have come in the spring. How many did we have this spring?
We had 16, we released 14.
Okay, we had 16 baby deer or fawns this spring. So how can you help? As a conservation group, definitely leave the animal's habitat untouched if possible, because if you tear down trees in your yard, you might be disturbing the home of a squirrel or a raccoon. Always be kind and show respect to the wildlife and all the living things around you. As far as Nolan River Wildlife, we'd love to have volunteers come. We'd love to have donations to help us with the animals. And if you don't have time, we'll also take your money and go buy the things we need. So, but most importantly, if you see an injured animal or you think that one has been abandoned, give us a call. We will come out and help rescue that animal. Okay, now this is where the teacher in me comes out. We love stories. All teachers love stories, but right now we're just going to hold off on the stories. But if you have questions, please raise your hand. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So,
Want
so
me to
the
have
way
him?
you can tell a baby deer is orphaned is if it's walking around for hours crying. If the tips of the ears start to tilt back, it's got a bunch of ticks on it, fleas, maggots, then you know that it definitely needs help. Otherwise, it's probably okay. We have a lot of people that say there's this deer that's spawned on my porch. Mom knows that's probably a good place to put the deer because it's probably not going to get bothered by wildlife. So you can always call us and we can walk through it with you. So but that's the big signs. It's got two tips of the ears back, an obvious injury laying on its side. So otherwise, it's probably okay.
Other questions? Got him? I figured we'd have like 15 million questions. Nobody has a question about any of the animals?
Oh, yeah, she said you could bring the donations by her office.
Okay, Marcia has shared also that you can bring donations to her office and she will pass those along to us. Oh, yes, they love Cheerios. Any vegetable baby food. If you decided to do nuts, it cannot be in, they can't be salted nuts and they need to be in the shell. Because I think you saw that the squirrel's teeth never stop growing. They need that skill to be able to break the shell open and cut down on their teeth.
Can't really use peanuts.
Oh, and we can't use peanuts. Like I said, goat's milk or the puppy formula, paper towels. We go through more paper towels than you could even imagine. And unsweetened applesauce are very good for the animals. So, still no questions? Yes, ma'am.
How did you say he came to the rescue, the squirrel?
Professor Klump came to the rescue.
He came as a little baby. His eyes were still closed. There was 3 or 4 of them, and they were all fine. This one had blood coming out of his nose and obvious head injury. So if you go on our TikTok, Facebook, you can see how he used to be and how far he's come. But he had a significant head injury, and so he really just about didn't make it. If I put him down, he's the cute. He does this little spinny thing. You can see how he's throwing his head around. That's part of his head injury, and his teeth won't grow right. And of course, without his teeth aligning, we have to clip his teeth twice a week. So he's the coolest. So you'll never see a squirrel like this. We've had some that weren't releasable, or that we had to wait to release, and they were not nearly as sweet as this one.
Yeah. And if any of you are familiar with Nolan River Wildlife, we couldn't bring our superstar tonight. Who in the room has heard of Boone the raccoon? Yes. He is our superstar. He's been on TV. He's been in magazines. He's got over 70,000 TikTok followers. He is a superstar. And he has a condition called cerebellar hyperplasia. He is not able to walk, so he has a specialized wheelchair to help him get around. So,
Yeah, he also dances. He'll jump up and down in your lap if you put on the right kind of music. But we hope to get the skunks and the raccoons back out in the public. Right now, we're not allowed to do that, so he's perfect, but hopefully we'll be able to do it soon.
okay. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
We're seeing skunks about right now, and it appears that some of them have some kind of disease or something.
We've been having that.
What should we do?
Definitely don't approach it. You might get sprayed or, yeah. I would think if you find one that you have thought is not feeling, that has been sick, it can be sent to, blood work can be sent.
What you do, just call us and we'll come and see if it's usually distemper. Distemper and rabies look so similar.
I'll hold this for you.
So it's very hard to differentiate. We have to put the animal in quarantine. Rabies is very rare, but you never want to take that chance. So if you just call us, we'll get the skunk and we'll take it in and quarantine it. It's neither one of them.
It had already died, I guess, and the vultures had already.
Oh, okay.
And then I had another one that stayed on the driveway for a couple of days.
We get calls for distempered raccoons and skunks, coyotes. That happens a lot, especially the younger ones. And it's something that happens this time of year, and it's fatal. They can't make it. So
Can they cure rabies?
some animals can. It's extremely rare. There has been a case of skunk rabies. The dog actually had it, but they realized it was a skunk strain. So, a dog is just as likely to have rabies as a lot of these animals are. So it's never something to not consider, and we never recommend trying to trap wildlife, but it's extremely rare.
So if I see another sick one, I probably should notify you.
Yeah, in fact, we want to know if they're, we want to know if it's distemper versus rabies, but I would say I've never had a rabies case in the 10 years I've done it. We've had one we thought maybe, and we sent it off for testing, and it wasn't, so.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you again so much for being such a great audience and for allowing us to come tonight.
Alrighty, thank you, Nolin River Wildlife. Appreciate y'all bringing the squirrel and the possum tonight. Thank you for the information. Happy to have you all. All the information is up there. Feel free to follow Boone the raccoon. Is that right?
Yeah, just follow Nolan
All right.
River Wildlife. He's got 126,000 followers.
If you need some social media advice, it sounds like you've got a friend in a raccoon. So as I said earlier, my name is Vincent Thompson. I'm the chairman of the board. Anybody in here know Patrick Preston? You can raise your hand real tall for me. All right, next time you see him, give him grief for not coming tonight because he's the vice chairman and he doesn't want to be up here and be introduced. So just want to let y'all know that. Give him grief. Bruce Book is our treasurer, sitting over here. Alan Morris is our secretary. Then we have Larry Thomas, one of our supervisors. Bob Wade Jr., Mr. Mason Gooden. So we have 7 elected supervisors on the board, and then annually we elect the slate of officers to fill those roles. We also have advisors sitting on the board. They're there, as the title states, for advice and to get us more contact through the community. We have Miss Shirley Ogden. I think I saw her here tonight. There she is. Thanks, Shirley. Mr. Tony Taylor. He wasn't able to make it, I don't think.
No.
And then Donna Probst. Where'd she oh, there she is. And then Rachel Wilson, back here in the corner. And then Melissa Varelis. She wasn't able to make it this evening. But if you feel like you have some input, please feel free to contact us. Those advisor positions, we're constantly circulating through that, trying to make sure that we have the best representation throughout the county. Tonight we have several guests from the Department of Conservation. You've already met Ms. Kimberly Bartley. And then for our district, our coordinator, I'm pretty sure everybody in this room knows Marsha Butterworth. She's responsible for so many things in the district, and we appreciate her every day. Did Buck come? So we got Eric Phillips, who gave our invocation. He's a civil engineer with the NRCS, National Resources Conservation Service. That's the office that we work out of over at the USDA building alongside of FSA and rural housing, correct? And then John Davis, did I see him? Nope. And then John Gooden, I know I saw him in here. There he is right there. He's a natural resource specialist. Others that typically come, but I don't think I saw Robert tonight either, so. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody for the extension office might help with that? Were you able to hear all those introductions that I just gave? Good? All right. And then I'm going to go through a few of our sponsors that we have this evening for our awards ceremony. We have Farm Credit Mid-America. Nobody representing? Nutrient Ag Solutions. You got Greg Thomas. Moved on me. And then we have Southern States, Ben Thomas, right down here. Everybody still hear me in the back corners? Good. We have Cecilia Bank, Zach Hebert, Magnolia Bank, Nathan Highball, Jacoby Sales, Bruce Book, Outdoor Power Source, and then Hardin County Farm Bureau, Larry Thomas. And then just a few more special guests this evening. We have Judge Executive Keith Tall, right back here. Then we have City Council member, E-Town City Council member, Tony Bishop. Thank you, sir, for coming tonight. Appreciate it. We have another special guest tonight. We have the Central Hardin High School land judging team. They placed second in the state and second in the region in the home site evaluations. They will be competing in nationals in Oklahoma in May. We actually got to meet the advisor at one of our meetings this last week. This time we're going to ask the land judging team, Mr. Adam Sanderson, to stand up. We need to wish them all the best of luck with a round of applause as they're representing Central Hardin High School. They're representing Central Hardin High School, Hardin County, and the state of Kentucky. We appreciate y'all, and if you don't mind, would y'all mind making your way up here to this right side for a picture?
Mid-America and Jacoby Sales. So our school winners: Faith Homeschool, first runner-up, Hazel Pike. Hazel is a second grade student in Mrs. Pike's class. Our winner is Lainey Pike. Lainey is a third grade student in Miss Pike's class, Morningside Elementary. First runner-up is Holland McMurdy. Holland is a third grade student in Miss Willett's class. And our winner is Kylie Stennett. Kylie is a fifth grade student in Miss Willett's class. Winner is Tilly Goodman. Tilly is a third grade student in Miss Gooden's class. Greenhouse Heritage Academy. Second runner-up, Jacob Massengill. Jacob's a third grade student in Miss Massengill's class. First runner-up, Alexander Massengill. Alexander is a first grade student in Miss Massengill's class. And the winner is Emma Massengill. Emma is the fifth grade class for Miss Massengill. Aspire Day School. Second runner-up, Josiah McConnell. Josiah is the kindergarten class of Miss Baker. First runner-up, Anthony Goff. Anthony is in the fifth grade class of Miss Mitchell. And our winner is Joe Vins. Joe is in the second grade class of Miss Mitchell.
First school is Meadowview Elementary School. The second runner-up is Samara Moorhead. Samara is in the second grade class of Mrs. Bott. I'm guessing, there we go. The first runner-up is Rosa Shepard. Rosa is in the first grade class of Mrs. Bott. The winner is Barry Montoya. Barry is in the fifth grade class of Mrs. Bott. Cecilia Valley Elementary. Second runner-up is Emily Brady. Emily is in the fifth grade class of Mrs. Daly. The first runner-up is Emily Basham. Emily is in the fifth grade class of Mrs. Daly. All right, you got to bear with me here. The winner is Juliana Scarcelli. Yes. Juliana is in the fifth grade class of Mrs. Daly. You knew when I couldn't say it who the winner was. Creekside Elementary. Second runner-up is Amelia Phillips. Amelia is in the kindergarten class of Mrs. Singh. First runner-up is Mason Emmons. Mason is in the 4th grade class of Mrs. Sharon. The winner is Alina Phillips. Alina is in the 5th grade class of Mrs. Hallett. All right, our next school, North Hardin Christian School. Second runner-up is Gabe Wheeler. Gabe is in the 4th grade class of Mrs. Womack. The first runner-up is Robert Floater. Robert is in the 4th grade class of Ms. Womack. And the winner is Remington Cooper. Remington is a 4th grade student of Mrs. Womack. North Park Elementary. Second runner-up is Abigail Osteen. Abigail is in the kindergarten class of Ms. Goodman. And she is nothing but smiles. The first runner-up is Charlie Cakebread. Charlie is a kindergarten student in Ms. Mueller's class. And the winner is Kaylin Freeman. Kaylin is a kindergarten student in Ms. Leisher's class.
Jacoby Sales is our sponsor, so Bruce will be handing out the awards. I will start tonight with the Rineyville Elementary School. Second runner-up is Jack Billington. Jack is the 4th grade class of Miss Schreiner. Our first runner-up, Levi Jewell. Levi is in the 4th grade class of Mrs. Schreiner. And our winner is Estella Hollenberger. Estella is in the 4th grade class of Ms. Schreiner. Lakewood Elementary School, second runner-up, Ryan Lewis. Ryan is in the 4th grade class of Miss Prowl. And our first runner-up is Jude Wilson. Jude is in the 5th grade class of Mrs. Singer. Congratulations. Winner is Kylie McCleskey. Kylie is in the 5th grade class of Miss Bowe. For Helmwood Heights Elementary, second runner-up, Elise Ham. Elise is in the 4th grade class of Miss Can. Our first runner-up is Eric Ham. Eric is in the 5th grade class of Mr. Bridges. And our winner is Adair Worth. Adair is in the 5th grade class of Mr. Bridges. Vine Grove Elementary, second runner-up, Gloriana Young. Gloriana is in the 3rd grade class of Miss Johnston. Congratulations. The winner, Elijah Morris. Elijah is in the 3rd grade class of Miss Johnston. New Highland Elementary, the winner is Abigail Hicks. Abigail is in the 3rd grade class of Miss Day. Congratulations. Heartland Elementary, second runner-up, Tucker French. Tucker is in the 5th grade class of Miss Mitchell. First runner-up, Allison Marinick. Allison is in the 5th grade class of Miss Mitchell. The winner is Amber Williams. Amber is in the 5th grade class of Miss Mitchell.
The county winner for the art contest will be presented by Larry Thomas, and the county grand champion is Kylie McCleskey. Kylie is in the 5th grade at Lakewood Elementary in Miss Bowe's class. The award is sponsored by Hardin County Conservation and the Kentucky Farm Bureau. Larry Thomas will be presenting Kylie with her trophy, $100 cash from the Hardin County Conservation District, and a check from Kentucky Farm Bureau. The next part of our presentation is the essay awards. The essay awards are sponsored by the Sicilian Bank, Magnolia Bank, Hardin County Farm Bureau, and Outdoor Power Source. These next few schools will be presented by Zach Hebert and the Sicilian Bank. For St. James Catholic School, the second runner-up is Wes Goff. Wes is in the 8th grade class of Miss Wheatley. The first runner-up is Elijah Patton. Elijah is in the 8th grade class of Miss Wheatley. And the winner is Annabelle Preen. Annabelle is in the 8th grade class of Miss Wheatley. For North Hardin High School, the winner is Mackenzie Hulsey. Mackenzie is in the 9th grade class of Mr. Ritter. For East Hardin Middle School, the second runner-up is Ava Young. Ava is in the 7th grade class of Mrs. Tabor. The first runner-up is Addison Phillips. Addison is in the 7th grade class of Miss Garrett. The winner is Maggie Poland. Maggie is in the 6th grade class of Miss Hayden.
Nathan Highball from Magnolia Bank is going to be presenting these awards. First, we have Faith Homeschool. First runner-up is Brady Pike. Brady is in the 7th grade class of Ms. Pike. And the winner is Jenna Pike. Jenna is in the 10th grade of Ms. Pike's class. For Central Hardin High School, the winner is Sadie Hess. Sadie is in the 10th grade class of Mrs. Wilson. J.T. Alton Middle School, the first runner-up is Caitlin Eaton. Caitlin is in the 7th grade class of Ms. Patrick. And the winner is Haley Caputo. Haley is in the 7th grade class of Ms. Patrick.
The essay contest county winner and grand champion is Jenna Pike. Jenna is in the 10th grade at Faith Homeschool in Mrs. Pike's class. This award is sponsored by the Hardin County Conservation District and Kentucky Farm Bureau. Larry Thomas with Farm Bureau will be presenting Jenna with a trophy and $100 from the Hardin County Conservation District and a check from the Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Okay, next we have our high school scholarship recipients. Tessa Ish, attending Central Hardin High School, and will be going to Texas A&M University and majoring in agriculture, animal science, and pre-vet track. Tessa? What was your last name?
Huh?
Did I get the last name?
Yeah,
right? Okay.
it's fine.
Okay. Abigail Wilson, attending Central Hardin High School and will be going to Murray State University and majoring in communication pathology and agriculture education, a double major. Congratulations. Michaela Mosier, attending Central Hardin High School and will be going to Murray State University and majoring in ag education and veterinary. Catherine Brown, attending Central Hardin High School and will be going to Ashbury University to major in equine studies. Alyssa Skees, attending Skees Homeschool and will be going to Western Kentucky University and majoring in animal science. Our college scholarship recipients, Claire Thomas, attending Murray State University and majoring in agriculture teacher or ag business marketing. Patricia Keys, attending WKU and majoring in agriculture education. Allie Blair, attending WKU and majoring in large animal veterinarian. Not here. Jesse Fulkerson, attending UK and majoring in agriculture education. And Kaylee Thomas, attending UK and majoring in agriculture education. Kaylee's here. And if we've gone through all these awards, if you all notice some common denominators in there, I think it's the teachers, because a lot of those kids were in the same class, so they kind of motivated each other, and we really appreciate the time that the teachers put in to educate your kids on conservation. Marcia, I think you were next.
Okay, tonight I'm honored to present the Educator of the Year Award to Laura Highball. Laura Highball is currently the elementary agricultural teacher at Creekside Elementary in Sonora. When Creekside Elementary School became a school of ag stream, which is agricultural focus, there was no one more fitting to continue the program than Laura. Laura grew up about a half a mile down the road from Creekside. Laura, along with her husband Michael, farmed the family farm for several years, and no one knows the community like she does. No one would know more about the agricultural opportunities for our youth than Laura, so she is a perfect fit. Laura donates her time outside of school. Laura donates her time outside of school hours and during the summer to continue the crops the class grows, maintain and care for the crops, seek out ag stream partners, and look for opportunities specifically to teaching agriculture to ensure her Creekside students learn the foundations of agriculture as well as the modern agribusiness side of farming today and in the future. Laura is currently part of the Creekside's winning team as the Kentucky Farm Bureau Ag Literacy Award winner for 23-24. Creekside will compete this summer at the National Farm Bureau Ag Literacy Awards and represent Kentucky. Laura is a vital part of the Ag Stream program's school-wide success due to her passion for ensuring our youth understand the responsibility and importance for caring for our natural resources and the relationships with Creekside's Ag Stream partners that she has cultivated and nurtured. It gives me great honor to present Laura Highball with this year's Educator of the Year Award.
Congratulations for Larry Owsley, recipient of this year's Embry-Lay Wildlife Stewardship Award. This award is in honor of his mom and dad, David and Ivy Owsley, and his brother Pat Owsley. Larry's dedication to wildlife conservation is truly commendable. Throughout his family farm, he made significant contributions by planting native grasses, forbs on large areas, utilizing EQIP and CRP programs. Furthermore, his collaboration with forestry to develop and implement a forest management plan showcases his commitment to eradicating invasive species and fostering a healthy forest ecosystem. Larry's effort also extends beyond wildlife into his soil health by reducing erosion through installation of waterways in cropland areas. His proactive approach to land management not only benefits wildlife, but also contributes to the overall health of the environment. We applaud Larry for his outstanding contributions to wildlife conservation and habitat preservation. Well deserved, Larry.
Tonight, I have the honor of presenting the Friend of Conservation Award to John Thomas. John and Brenda Thomas and their family own and operate Fallen Maple Farm here in Hardin County. They sell produce, meat, jams, and jellies, but their favorite thing to grow is flowers. I approached John about making some book barns for our state organization, HCEC-TV. John's first reply was, "Are you sure? My carpenter skills are not the best." If you could see the book barns, you would see that he'd done an outstanding job. When my sister and I was discussing the table decorations for tonight and needed cedar rounds, I knew just who to contact. John is a true friend of conservation. Congratulations, John Thomas. Bob, you're next. You're next.
It's time now for our Master Conservationist Award. Congratulations to Michael and Emily Hagan, honored as this year's Master Conservationists. Their tireless efforts in managing their beef cattle operation in Hardin County while prioritizing environmental conservation are truly exemplary. Collaborating closely with the Hardin County Conservation District and the NRCS, they've continuously improved their operation from its inception and sustained these efforts as it expanded. Michael and Emily first set out to address erosion concerns along the creek. And installed conservation practices slowly expanded through the operation. Through state cost share programs and EQIP, they've made significant investments in conservation. Their commitment to going above and beyond, from fencing out sensitive areas to pasture renovation for better forage and implementing a rotational grazing system, demonstrates their dedication to both land preservation and livestock health. Despite their off-farm occupations of lawn care, E-Town fire, and nursing, Michael and Emily are also passing on valuable lessons in sustainable agriculture to the next generation. Their 4 boys have been actively involved in the cattle operation by assisting with fence installation and the numerous projects on the farm. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for their dedication to conservation. Well done, Michael and Emily.
I'm not one to stand between anybody and the door, so I just want to say thank you for coming out. Appreciate having you. We'll see y'all next year. Take care.